Hello everybody, I'm Sneaksy Gamer, and welcome back to Diablo 3 Reaper of Souls. I have to adjust a few things on my desk here. So, in the last episode, I didn't get very far. But we're starting out, and pretty soon, hopefully, I'll be able to do things a bit faster. But it always starts out slow. Hopefully I won't have too much latency or anything. So, I have to head back to the old ruins. Actually, let me check. And my phone's going.
I've dug up some new things for you to take a look at.
I've got 174
Got a
gold. Can I
right
buy
good bunch
anything?
of things for you this fine day.
Nothing good. Okay, so gotta head back out to the old ruins and head up through that locked gate there.
Here, let me open the gate. Adria was my mother, but I don't know much about her. She died when I was very young. I was raised by Uncle Deckard.
What of your father?
I'm told he was a great warrior who was lost when Tristram fell to the demons.
So, picked up a short bow. I can't use it though, because I'm not the right class to be using that. This is Adria's hut. I don't know if I mentioned Adria was a character in the original Diablo.
Look! A hidden cellar! Follow me!
And you'll see down here in the corner, this is my dad. That's the name he chose, not the name I gave him.
Your mother had her secrets.
People said she was a witch, but I never believed it.
Yeah, she was a witch, alright. That is frozen, and that one sucks.
The ancients grant me strength.
So I leveled up.
Here's the key, and my mother's journal. What I've seen of it is disturbing. I want to know more about her, but that can wait. We need to save Uncle Deckard first.
I will go. Stay here and learn what you can.
Thank you.
Aiden came to me last night. I suspected what was lurking within his troubled heart. I consoled him as best I could. Regardless, wherever he's headed, hell will surely follow in his wake. The shadows close in on Tristram once again. But like Aiden, I'll be gone before they fall.
I'm gonna stick with what I'm using. Now, Aiden was the son of the king in the first Diablo game.
For a long time, Uncle Deckard avoided coming back to this place. There were a lot of ghosts here for him. This is where Diablo drove old King Leoric mad and terrorized the people. I don't know what really happened here, but whatever it was horrible. Nearly everyone who survived went mad.
How did your mother die?
Well, details are hazy, but I know that Adria was obsessed with chasing the arcane. She knew she could never raise a child. Uncle Deckard believes that the madness and horror of her life finally caught up with her.
Okay, now Leah will stay here and learn more about Adria. now I get to move on and head for the
Not enough fury. Still recharging.
I'm hoping I get some better equipment pretty quick here, but I will eventually. Now this is a unique enemy. I think I mentioned that before, the purple ones I believe. But this one isn't always here. This is one that has a chance to be here. And this mass grave thing isn't always here either. It's just there's a chance for it. This takes a little bit sometimes. But you figure when they've got, this one's got 1,527 life, and I'm doing like less than 20 damage with each hit. I like how that one's arm was swinging every time I hit this one. This is evil. Once I kill these things, I'll hear and clear the area around it. I'm gonna forego the shield right now.
The fallen star lies within.
And I'm going to start using 2 weapons for the moment, anyway. So now we go into the cathedral. Just using the 2 weapons to increase my damage output a little bit right now. I don't remember the
This is where the star fell.
grunt of pain before. Okay. So these level designs are all random.
My name is Latdanan, and I'm cursed. Once the captain of King Leoric's army, I lived only to honor my land and my king. No man has a greater love for his king than I had for mine, even as I drove my blade through his dark and corrupted heart.
So I know for 2 minutes I will gain 25% more experience because of that shrine I just hit. So that's cool. There's a bunch of different kinds of shrines in the game. Ooh, I now have some chest armor. Now this thing is called Grotesque.
grotesques may seem slow and senseless, but they hide many dangers within their hideously malformed bodies. A set of spikes lurks beneath the monster's flesh,
This
and
is a
foul
crafting material.
parasites nest within them. It is said that these horrors themselves are constructed by a greater evil, a darkness that I cannot even fathom.
Let's try that out. I like that.
Not ready yet.
I know this game's not gonna be... It's not gonna be that interesting to watch really, but that's why I went with the campaign rather than just adventure mode, because adventure mode, there's not really story, it's just you go around and do stuff, kill enemies, get better equipment, things like that. Or at least here there's a storyline that I'm following, so that'll keep it a bit more interesting at least. Now that green thing that shoots out around them, that hurts. And now one thing I wish I could figure out where I could put my camera down in the bottom right hand or bottom left hand corner. Left hand would cover up the chat, but I don't really need to worry about the chat in here. Right hand, I think I'm going to change that because then you can at least see the mini map and everything will be there. So I'm going to put my cam down there, and I'll just have to remember to change it back before I play a different game. But now you can see the map and the difficulty and everything that's shown up there. Because down there in the corner it was just stuff about how many friends I have online and stuff like that. That's not anything that's really important to the gameplay. You got a set of champions up here with Vortex. That pulls you towards them like that. Let's see if they'll do it again. Yep. That's what Vortex does. So that can be a pain if you're trying to get away to heal, and they pull you back towards them. That can be bad. Especially later on when they get other powers as well.
Foul new disease has taken hold in this land, and the carrion bats are near the heart of it. Since returning to Tristram, I have seen their numbers surge. The evil forces that linger here give them strength, and I fear that the worst is yet to come.
So yeah, every time you kill a new type of enemy, you'll get lore on them. I'll try to make sure I let it play the lore on each type of enemy as I kill them, but I might miss some. Now that I think about it, maybe it would have been better to go with like a wizard or something, because that's got... They've got, in my opinion, they've got more interesting skills and stuff. But I was thinking I'd go with something that I haven't played for a while. And right down there, Stack Attack 23, that's another... He's been a friend of mine on here for a while. He's another clan member, and he's been a friend of mine for quite a while. Can't say exactly how long, but it's been quite some time. Because he was friends with me back when I was in the old clan I used to be in, and I haven't been in that one for over a year. And that's a treasure goblin, I hear. No, I want to kill that before it gets away. Because they can drop good stuff. I might not get it.
Not enough fury.
Because after a certain amount of time, their portal doesn't close and damage them anymore, and they'll just get away. I might be able to do it though. Got it.
Devious little goblins have been robbing our merchants. When pursued, they simply open portals and disappear with the most aggravating chuckle. Peasantry seem to believe that the goblins serve a great demon lord known as Greed. And furthermore, that their portals lead to Greed's domain. A ludicrous notion, truly.
Not really. There's a small chance when you kill a treasure goblin that it will open a portal to Greed's domain on death. And you can actually go there and get a ton of gold in there. And gems. But I don't remember if that can happen in the campaign or if that's only in adventure mode. I might. There we go. I'm going to be doing a little bit less damage. Okay. There we go. I'm doing a little less damage than I was with two weapons, but my toughness, which is basically how much damage you can take before you die. Yeah, I haven't shown that. Damage is the amount of damage per second you can deal. I'm not doing a whole lot right now. Toughness is the total amount of raw damage you can take, and recovery is the amount of toughness you can recover every second in combat. That's basically your main three things that you've got to worry about with your gear and stuff. You don't want to sacrifice too much of one
I need fury
for another, but sometimes it's worth the sacrifice. Like, say, you're not going to want to have a massive boost in damage if you have a massive drop in toughness, because then you may be doing a lot more damage, but you can't take nearly as much damage yourself. I mean, it's all not completely balancing, but you kind of gotta figure out which items are better. Is it better to have that boost to damage and lose the toughness, or is it better to keep the toughness and not do as much damage, or things like that. And where it keeps saying so-and-so looted, and then that's an item. They looted that item, but I wouldn't be able to use that right now because it's a level 70 item and I'm not level 70 yet. And I might not get to level 70 in the campaign. I probably will, but I might not. I don't know. And those items that show up down there, the goldish, the orangish goldish colored ones, like the one I just pointed out, that's a legendary item. And those are better than the other items. So we've got inferior or superior, just your standard quality items. Then the blue ones are magic. The yellow ones like this are rare. Then you've got legendary and you've got set items as well. Those are green. I will be encountering more of those things later on as I go through the game more.
It was Lazarus. Of that I am certain. He alone had the king's ear and whispered dark and evil magics into it, instilling the notion of an imminent attack by Westmarch. Afraid to speak against the Archbishop, the councillors nodded their empty heads in agreement and sent us off to die.
So now I've got the leap, which is good for covering ground. This
are immense.
This is something for a secret in the game. You need 3 other parts and a certain staff in order to access it. I most likely won't be able to access it in my playthrough unless I'm extremely lucky.
Please kill me. I don't want to change.
Not enough fury.
Sorry, buddy. It doesn't let you kill him before he changes anyway, so... Gold. So that goes down into Leoric's Passage.
Foul minions, stay back! Back! May this wedge hold. Skeleton King?
The power of the fallen star awakened me, and soon all will suffer as I have suffered. Gods, bring me his bones!
And that's Deckard Cain down there. We have to go save him now.
I will save you! Help! Help!
More fury.
But yeah, the Skeleton King was an enemy in the original Diablo as well. It was the skeleton of King Leoric who was... Basically, he was driven mad, and the madness... I don't remember exactly what happened, but he was driven mad, and then he was corrupted by evil, and all this weird shit happened, and he came back to life after he died as a Skeleton King. And it was sometimes you got a quest to go in and kill him, you didn't always. But yeah, I might actually, depending on how I feel about once I'm done with this, I might actually play the old ones on the channel. Because I wouldn't mind doing that, but The only thing is, the old ones, I don't know if they would record properly or not. Okay, now.
Oh, thank you. But why did you risk yourself for me?
I have need of your knowledge, Deckard Cain. Leah will be happy that you live.
Oh, it is wonderful to hear that Leah is well. I feared the worst. I learned of this secret passage through old maps I found.
So this leads to the Cathedral
We
Garden,
must
which
discuss
is...
the fallen star. Follow me to Tristram.
which is right outside where we entered the cathedral. And there's occasionally an enemy, a unique enemy, who will spawn out here. It doesn't look like they spawned this time, though. And we get a waypoint at the Cathedral Garden, so we can now head back to New Tristram.
I have honored my pledge to Leah and rescued Cain. All that stands between me and the mystery of the fallen star is the Skeleton King, whose return has again darkened Tristram.
Yeah, Tristram is a pretty unlucky place. It's where the original game, it's where Diablo came to power and basically started to let loose hell on Earth. In the second game, you return there through a portal at one point, and the people who were still alive there, the place is in shambles, burnt. There's the people who are still alive there are all gone and dead, and now in this one, we're in what's outside of Tristram, it's New Tristram, and they're having pretty terrible luck too.
Uncle, you're alive!
Thanks to you and your friend here.
Time is running short. What can you tell me of the fallen star?
Not much, I'm afraid, though the prophecy of the end days surely points to it as a sign that the end has begun.
Please, Uncle, not more of your stories. All that matters now is that you're back.
Okay. Now, Cain's got a book in here. Okay, I guess not. I'm going to put these, the crafting materials, and that thing in here. And then does Leah have a new book?
You know what would take everyone's mind off their troubles? One of the others.
Yep.
Uncle Deckard is home, rescued from the clutches of the Skeleton King. I'm so glad. But the Skeleton King, I thought he was a folktale. The idea of Mad King Leoric returning to torture this place. Hasn't Tristram suffered enough?
And there are achievements in the game. I've earned 82% of them. But this season I haven't earned any yet. There's seasonal achievements. We've got Rite of Passage. We've got one for each 10 levels up to level 70. Then there's achievements for Nephilim Rifts, bosses, achievements for items, Greater Rifts, and conquests. This one is going to be impossible for me to get. You have to kill, it says the following bosses, but it's all of the bosses. You have to kill them at max level on Torment 10 within 20 minutes of the start of the game. I don't get how that's even possible. That one is possible, but I won't be able to do it. This one I might be able to do. that one I won't be able to do 6 of the following class sets. I might be able to get that one. I've done that one before. But yeah, there's a lot of achievements for this game. I've gotten, as I said, I've gotten 82% of them for the
Skeleton King
non-season.
was once our beloved lord, Leoric. He was driven mad by Diablo's evil. He lost both of his sons and his very soul before he was finally defeated. Now it seems he's risen to plague this land once again.
A sad tale, but I seek the fallen star, and he stands in my way.
The key to defeating him lies in his old crown. Seek out our blacksmith, Hadrig. He knows of its whereabouts. Leah, you should not dismiss the signs so lightly. Do you not believe the evidence of your own eyes?
Horrors have visited Tristram before, and it endured.
But what of the texts? The Zakharum tomes warn of a falling star. The Herodric scroll spoke of the dead rising, and the Lord of
Just
Lies,
wanted to check what
the
that one was.
prophecy of the end days, says that at the end of all things, the first sign shall appear in the heavens.
Yes, you've been telling me about the texts since I was 8 years old, Uncle. I just don't think we should read too much into them.
And that star means they've got stuff to talk about.
I've spent most of my life traveling from place to place with Uncle Deckard, while he did his crazy research.
What does your uncle seek?
He's convinced that the forces of hell will invade our world and bring about the end times. All these years, he's still searching for a way to stop this apocalypse.
Well, he has seen it happen twice before, so...
What did you learn of your mother?
She wasn't from Tristram originally. She came here during the Troubles. She was in search of something, but I'm not sure what. She reminds me of Uncle Deckard, obsessed with the war between angels and demons.
I am the last of the Herodrim. I couldn't always claim this. In fact, if I had turned to the Herodric teachings sooner, Diablo could have been stopped before his reign of terror began.
You cannot believe this.
When the first signs appeared, I did nothing. I had shrugged the old tales off like they were so much fantasy. And Tristram, no, the world, has paid dearly for my arrogance. I have tried to make up for my failings. Leah and I have spent her lifetime scouring the world, collecting pieces of the prophecy of the end days. If I can decipher it, we will have the key to defeating the Lords of Hell.
So Deckard Cain blames himself for everything, pretty much.
You and Leah seem to care much for each other.
I do not know what my life would have been like had I not raised her. Oh, it must have been difficult for Leah, following an old man on a mad search for the secrets to defeating the lords of the burning hells. But though she has seen her share of mysterious things, she is still unsure of my quest. I can understand. She has never seen anything like Diablo and his brothers.
Yeah, his brothers, there's Diablo, the Lord of Terror, Mephisto, the Lord of Hatred, Baal, the Lord of Destruction. Is that all of them? Yeah, those are the 3 prime evils, and then there's lesser evils that will be discussed later on.
The prophecy of the end days is contained within the Herodric tomes I inherited from my ancestor, Jared Cain. It is a warning to those who could interpret it regarding Hell's ultimate invasion of our world, written by many different people throughout history, in many different lands. All known versions of the prophecy are incomplete. I have spent a good part of the past 20 years trying to complete it. I am certain it holds the answers to defeating the Lords of Hell.
Diablo drove Leoric to madness?
Leoric resisted Diablo's attempts to possess him, but the effort left him weak and confused. When his son Albrecht was kidnapped to be a vessel for Diablo, it destroyed any sanity Leoric had left.
And after he became the Skeleton King?
He commanded an army of the dead deep within the cathedral, finally serving the Lord of Terror he had resisted while alive. Many adventurers tried and failed to slay the Skeleton King. It was left to Leoric's eldest son, Aiden, to finally kill the monster his father had become.
I kind of chuckled when he said deep within the cathedral, because when you fight the Skeleton King in the original Diablo, he's on like level 2 or 3. That's not that deep within the cathedral. But okay, that's... First I'm gonna sell these items off. No, not to the villager.
I've dug up some new things for you to take a look at.
Anything I can use that would be more effective than what I've got. That will give me a little bit of a damage boost. Every little bit counts for me right now, I guess. Not that much, but why not?
No way.
Okay, there's another merchant over here I can talk to, see if he's got anything for sale I could use.
I have some... Don't touch anything unless you're buying it. I like to keep my inventory clean.
I don't know if that was meant to be an insult or not.
Leah spent all night alongside the blacksmith's wife, tending the wounded.
Did you hear? Old Rumford has us down to half.
And then this guy sells stuff too.
Hey, no one round here appreciates the work I put into acquiring these fine wares. It's not easy, I can tell you that.
I'm gonna buy a couple of rings. So now I have a little more damage there too. And I'll save this for the next episode. Thank you everybody for watching. I hope you enjoyed. And as always, I will see you in the next episode. Bye.